I'm coming to you today from the Santa Monica Pier, and today's topic is things I am actually not going to do in 2023. January is a time, and late December, that a lot of us make a lot of commitments to do more things in the year ahead. But I've found, especially being a new mom, that one of the things I want to do is actually to do a little less and to concentrate more on a few things to do them well. Saying no to things is really difficult for me. So it's been a hard decision to figure out what I'm going to say no to in order to have more time and energy for the things that are important to me. So the first thing that I decided I needed to let go of in 2023 was the idea of becoming a Skillshare teacher. I was super honored to be invited to be part of a Skillshare Teachers Challenge, which is something I had to apply for. But I realized as the time got around and I was in the middle of a move that devoting my time to Skillshare, it was just adding one more thing. And it was going to take time away from my time with my daughter, my time with my friends, and in addition, some of the time I use for making videos and editing here on YouTube. So while I love Skillshare as a learner and hope to one day in the future contemplate teaching on Skillshare, it is not something that I'm going to do in 2023. As much as Instagram strategy is super important for a lot of artists, and I do plan to post some highlights, one of the things that I think I am going to not do in 2023 is do a lot of posting on Instagram. It's just not a platform that I've been really into. I enjoy a lot more YouTube. I think the long form content is a lot more interesting, and YouTube doesn't require you to be on the platform for hours and hours a day engaging with other people. So I think for me, Instagram is something that I'm not going to really give my 100% to in 2023. I have started playing around with Pinterest, but it's not something that I want to commit to 100% at this point. It's just something that I'm toying around with and getting to know. Another thing I am actually going to say no to in 2023 is to pitch collections of surface pattern designs to companies. As you all know, I have fallen in love with making patterns and I really enjoy putting them up on Spoonflower, but I'm not actually sure that I want to be working as a licensed designer. I know for a lot of people that's the big dream, but for me, I have a day job, I have another business, I have my fine art, and I want to be able to spend time doing some of my fine art too and still make patterns. One of the reasons I have my own business is because I really do enjoy my independence. I'm not saying that you can't be independent with licensing deals, but for me, it's not necessarily my aim with creating my patterns. So if a company that I love approaches me, I will be more than happy to consider a licensing deal. But right now, it's not on my list of priorities. And in fact, I think I need to spend some more time honing my craft, developing a style, or not developing a style, and not have to pigeonhole myself in any way. So one of the things I won't be doing in 2023 is focusing on pitching for licensing deals. Another thing I am not going to do in 2023 is create a minimum goal for my fine art in terms of number of works that I want to complete. I've had some times in the past where I have set minimum goals and then churned out a bunch of artwork. And I think this is sometimes really important, especially when you are refining your skills, to commit to spending some time in the studio and creating a certain number of works. But sometimes I find that I just start churning it out and it really loses its luster. And those are the pieces that usually end up in the garbage, honestly. If you want to see my episode about throwing out a bunch of my art, you can click there, somewhere up there. So anyway, while I am still doing my fine art as well as doing my pattern designs and dabbling into all things digital because it's just less messy while traveling and with my daughter around, I am not going to focus on churning out a certain number of pieces, although I am committing to keep working on my fine art, of course. So one of the things that I said no to in 2022, and I think I'm going to keep saying no to in 2023, is entries to tons of juried exhibitions. I plan to still selectively enter key exhibitions. In fact, I did apply to an exhibition at the end of December that I'm waiting to hear about. And I feel so fortunate. The exhibition I'm here for in Los Angeles is not something that I applied to and paid for, but I was invited to participate in, which is really great. I feel like it's sort of a new level in my art career. And especially with my move to the other side of the country, I know I'll need to spend some time kind of getting my name out there in New York versus here in California. But I don't want to do what I did back in 2021 and be submitting every week to different juried exhibitions and then be paying for all kinds of shipping fees, jury entry fees. So I'm just trying to be a bit more selective. Another thing I'm going to try to say no to in 2023 is expensive online courses. I have learned my fair share from some of the courses I have subscribed to, and the best of those courses are evergreen. I can go back and there's still so much more I can learn from those courses that I already paid for. But I already feel that I've spent quite a bit on courses and I really haven't made the most of quite a few of them, and others could serve me well revisiting. So I'm going to try really hard not to sign up for any new courses in 2023, at least not any new pricey courses. And for me, I find the best way to do this is to avoid those 5-day challenges where you already feel so invested and like you've gone so far and you love the people in the Facebook group, and now you just really want to join and do the 3-month course, the 1-year course. I'm already in some of those groups and I want to keep taking advantage of them, but for my wallet and just for my schedule, I'm going to try to say no to more of these. So what about you? I would love to hear what you are saying no to. I know especially US culture is so much about hustling, and I am certainly a hustler deep down. But I want to make sure I enjoy life. I want to spend time with my daughter, and I want to know about you. What are your priorities? What are the tough decisions you're making? What's your no for 2023? For those of you who are new here, I'm Aurora B. On this channel, I talk about my journey as an artist, what's worked for me, what hasn't, including the often taboo subject of making money from art. I'd love it if you hit the like button and consider subscribing. And until next time, keep creating.